hello stars! Auntie Shine, the storyteller here, all the way from Nigeria. And today I'm so excited, I'm so delighted to tell you that I will be the captain of the Isitmela Sendaba, the story train today. How are you, my stars? Oh yes, I call you stars. Let me tell you how we do this. Let me show you. I say, shine, shine. You say, shine like a star. You know what? Have you ever been outside on a dark night? Have you looked into the sky? What do you see there? A star shining. Yes! That's what you are. That's why you are in this world. You are here to shine like a star. You are here to illuminate our world, and Auntie Shine believes in you. That's why I call you my stars, and that's why I celebrate you by saying shine like a star. Shall we? Let's do this together. Let's go. I say shine, shine. Oh, I can hear you. You can do louder. You can be louder than that. Let's go. Shine, shine. That's it. That's it. Yay! My shining stars. My name is Oluwaseun Odukoya, Auntie Shine, the storyteller. Guess what? Did you know that the train speaks my language? You doubt it? Oh, let me show you. Let me tell you what the train says. My language is Yoruba, and that is the language that the train speaks. Let me tell you what the train says in Yoruba language. The train says, "Òkè japa ò legun, mo ti gùn, mo ti sọ, fakafiki, fo, fo, fakafiki, fo, fo, fakafiki, fo. That's what the train says. It's saying the mountain that the slow tortoise cannot climb. I have ascended, I have descended, and then it goes to make the sound of the train. Fakafiki, fo, fo. So, the train speaks Yoruba language. Yay! Now, I came with an exciting story, and guess what? We're going to tell the story together because our story has a song. So together, we will sing the song in the story. And because our story has a song, I came with a particularly interesting musical instrument. This is known as the Sere in Yoruba language. Sere. So the Sere, as you can see, is made from the calabash, that is a gourd, the gourd-like calabash, with colorful beads attached to strings and then tied up to the calabash. And when you shake it, yes, when you shake it to rhythm, it makes melodious music, as you will see when it is time for our song. Would you do this with me? Will you tell the story with me? Will you sing the song with me? Yes! Together, we will have an exciting time today! Yay! The title of my story is Omode Sere, and it means 3 children at play. Now, where I come from, the storyteller says, "Hello," and you, the stars, will answer, "Hello." Can we do that? It just means story. It's our story called. Now let's go. Hello. Great. Hello. Hello. Once upon a very long time ago, there lived 3 young children, and they were orphans. Their parents, their mom and dad, were no longer alive, but they had a guardian in Mr. Tortoise. Now, these young children, they had hopes of what they wanted to be in future. They had ambitions. They had aspirations about what they wanted to be, what they wanted to do when they grew up. And as time passed, when they became of age, they decided to go and seek the advice of their guardian on how to go about it. So they go to visit Mr. Tortoise in his house. And Mr. Tortoise offers them a seat, and then he goes, "Ha, ha, 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 ha. It's good that you have come. Oh, now let me tell you, my people believe that the nose of the tortoise was pinched and cut off long time ago in another story in a fight that he got into. And from then on, the tortoise speaks with a very thin voice, like somebody speaking through his nose because his nose is pinched. So this is how the tortoise speaks. So he welcomed the young men and he told them that it would be good for them to join him in his trade. The three young boys looked at each other, one another. Trade? They did not know Mr. Tortoise to have any trade. And the tortoise said, ha 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 ha. You know, I don't own a farm. I don't buy and sell. I don't serve in the king's court. But I use my brain power to get anything I want by hook or by crook. Mr. Tortoise said to the boys that he got whatever he wanted by hook or by crook, even though he did not have any visible means of earning a livelihood. So, the young men kept quiet, looked at each other, one another once again, looked at Mr. Tortoise and shook their heads. They said, "Thank you, sir, but no thank you, sir. We have desires and aspirations about who each one of us wants to be in the future. We would love to pursue those aspirations." And they left the house of Mr. Tortoise. Mr. Tortoise was upset. He was not happy that the young men did not want to follow him, want to join him in his hook or crook trade. So these three young men, did I tell you their names? Oh, their names are Owekun, Okope, and Otarun. And we'll find out later. So the three young men quickly went to register under some masters and experts, each in the field of their desires, in the field of their own ambition. In those days, there were no formal schools the way we go to school these days. If you want to practice a particular profession when you grow up, you look for a master, somebody who is very good in that profession, and you serve as what is called an apprentice. That means you learn under a master, and as soon as you are proficient, that means as soon as you get very good at that profession, your master will graduate you, and you will become a master of your own. You will practice, and you also can have apprentices. So the three young men went to learn their trades in the professions of their choice, and they were very diligent, they were very hardworking, they paid attention to all that their masters taught them, and very soon they became proficient, they became very good, and their masters allowed them to graduate. And guess what? They became their own masters, and they started practicing their professions. And the villagers loved them because they continued to be hardworking, honest, and diligent in their trade. Now, Owekun was a fisherman, a very great fisherman. He would go into the waters for days, and he would come back with different unique species of fish, delicious, different from what the villagers were used to, and everybody would rush and buy the fish, and he would make great sales. Now, Otarun was a great archer. His bow could travel very far and catch any animal or anything, any target that he set his bow to catch. And then Okope, wow, he was a wonderful, wonderful palm wine tapper. He could climb trees and tap palm wine, delicious palm wine that the adult men would buy from him. And they were very honest, and the villagers loved them and patronized them. So they became very successful, and everybody was talking about these three young boys who were orphans but who were now doing very well for themselves. Guess who was jealous? Mr. Tortoise. And he did something very, very bad. He went straight to the king's palace, and he went to tell tales. Tell bearer, Mr. Tortoise, we don't like you for that. He went to the king and he said to the king, these three young boys, they are allowing their successes to get into their head. He said, all hail the king. And the king allowed him to approach. So he said they were allowing their success to get into their heads and that they were now making boasts of being able to perform impossible feats. And because they could not perform the feats, according to Mr. Tortoise, if anybody from the neighboring village were to challenge them and they could not perform the feats, everybody in their village will be regarded as liars. Therefore, that the boys were working against the good name the king was trying to build for the village. The king said, is that so? Tortoise said, yes, your majesty, it is so. So the king was angry and he sent for the boys. And he said to them, you have been making boasts of being able to do the impossible. Now I command you that you will perform those feats. And the young men tried to explain, no, your majesty. The king was upset because the tortoise had been so mischievous and lied to him concerning the three young men. And the king sent them out of his sight after giving them a date each that they were going to perform their feats. And he said, Owekun, you will swim the greatest river in the land as you have been boasting. And Otarun, you will shoot your arrow into the sky and it will never come back as you have been boasting. And Okope, you will climb the tallest palm tree in the land. The boys were sad, but they had been sent out of the king's presence. So they went and sat in their room and they were thinking what were they going to do? How were they going to perform this feat? Then they heard a sonorous, melodious voice that was singing a song. And this is where you are going to help me. And all you have to say is, Ere o, ere re ayo. Can I hear you say, Ere o, ere re ayo. Let me hear you sing it, Ere o, ere re ayo. We have our shekere, Ere o, ere re ayo. Omode mẹ́ta ń ṣeré, Ere o, ere re ayo. Omode mẹ́ta ń ṣeré o, Ere o, ere re ayo. Ọ̀kan lóhùn ó wẹ̀kùn, Ere o, ere re ayo. Ọ̀kan lóhùn ó tọpẹ́, Ere o, ere re ayo. Ọ̀kan lóhùn ó tàrun, Ere o, ere re ayo. Ọ̀wẹ̀kùn, 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 Ere o, ere re ayo. Ọ̀kọ̀pẹ́, 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 Ere o, ere re ayo. Ọ̀tàrun, 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 Ere o, ere re ayo. They heard this song from their room. Straight they opened their window and they couldn't see anyone. But on the floor, they saw three separate items set apart. A magical looking belt, a magical looking pair of armbands, and then a magical bow. And they wondered, where did this come from? And as they were contemplating, we know these items, but they are looking special and different. Guess who appeared? A beautiful bird. It was that. So the bird introduced himself and said, I am your guardian angel. I have seen your diligence, your hard work, your honesty, and I have seen the plots against you. And that is why I came to help you. Now, these three items that you are seeing, they are indeed magical, and they are for each of you. And let me tell you, only your eyes can see them, nobody else. Now, you are to use these items wisely on the day of your challenge. The boys were relieved. Now help had come. And so when the bird started singing again, they were able to join the bird and they were singing. Omode mẹ́ta ń ṣeré, Ere o, ere re ayo. Omode mẹ́ta ń ṣeré o, Ere o, ere re ayo. Ọ̀kan lóhùn ó wẹ̀kùn, Ere o, ere re ayo. ọ̀kan lòun ò kọ̀pẹ́ eré o èrè ayọ̀ ọ̀kan lòun ò tàrun eré o èrè ayọ̀ ọ̀wẹ̀kún 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 eré o èrè ayọ̀ ọ̀tàrun 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 eré o èrè ayọ̀ ọ̀kọ̀pẹ́ 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 eré o èrè ayọ̀. Singing and dancing, and they were happy because help had come. The next day was the day of the first young man's challenge, and it was, who went first? Who went first? Can you guess? Can you guess who went first? I'll tell you, that's why I am here. It was Otarun, the great archer. So the stage was set in the king's palace, and the villagers had gathered. There was a huge crowd, and when it was time, Otarun stepped forward with his magical bow that nobody but himself and his brothers could see. All the villagers and the king and everybody could only see his arrow, and so he set and he shot his arrow, and the arrow traveled, and it went all the way into the sky, past the clouds, and it disappeared. And everybody waited and waited. It did not come back. The crowd jumped up for joy. Everybody cheered. Yay! Because they loved the young man. They were happy for him that his arrow went and did not come back. He went all the way to the sky. They were very happy. The king was puzzled. He was surprised. He dispersed everybody for that day. The next day, it was the turn of Okokwe. And everybody gathered at the site of the tallest palm tree in the land, and it was time for Okokwe to climb. Okokwe, of course, was with his magical belt that nobody else but himself and his brothers could see, and swiftly he attached his magical belt to the palm tree, and 1, 2, 3, step after step after step after step, swiftly, before you knew it, step, 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 step. He was all the way up. Everybody cheered, yay! And he climbed down. Everybody was happy for him. Omode Sere, the king was amazed and puzzled. He dispersed the crowd, and before you knew it, the dawn of the third day was here, and it was the turn of Owekun, the great fisherman, to swim the length of the largest river in the land, and everybody gathered at the bank of the river. And when it was time, Owekun dived into the river, and he swam very strongly. He had his magical arm bands, of course, and pam, 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 he swam all the way to the end of the river, and whoosh, he swam. Before you knew it, he was back. Yay! Everybody cheered. Everybody was happy for the 3 young men. And again they started singing. Omode Sere, Omode Sere, they were very happy. The king was amazed. He was impressed. He called the 3 young men. He said, come close to me. He apologized to them. He said, I am sorry. I accused you wrongly. It was because I had wrong information. Will you forgive me? And now, for performing this great feat, I will reward you. I hereby invite you to be chiefs in my palace to assist me in ruling our great land. You have shown diligence and honesty and great resourcefulness in all your endeavors. And the 3 young men were delighted, they were relieved, they were happy, and they accepted to be chiefs in the king's palace. But somebody is trying to sneak away because he knew he was in trouble. Our talebearer, Mr. Tortoise. But guess what? He was apprehended. That means he was caught by a palace guard, and the palace guard brought him back to the king. And the king gave his judgment and said, you talebearer, Mr. Tortoise, you will go to jail for a very long time for plotting and telling lies against hardworking, honest, diligent young men. Off with him, he said to the guards, and the guards took the tortoise to prison. But the young men stayed with the king in the palace, being his chiefs, and everybody was happy and everybody loved them and listened to them, and they lived happily ever after. The end. Now, my young stars, we have learned to be hardworking, to be diligent, and not to be jealous, and also not to be talebearers. That's how the young men lived happily ever after, and the tortoise, the mischievous one, was sent to prison. And anytime we remember this story till today, we sing this song. Omode mẹ́ta ń ṣeré, ere o, ere ayọ̀. Omode mẹ́ta ń ṣeré o, ere o, ere ayọ̀. Ọ̀kan lóhùn o wẹ̀kùn, ere o, ere ayọ̀. Ọ̀kan lóhùn o kọ̀pẹ́, ere o, ere ayọ̀. Ọ̀kan lóhùn o tàrun, ere o, ere ayọ̀. Ọ̀wẹ̀kùn, 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 ere o, ere ayọ̀. Ọ̀kọ̀pẹ́, 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 ere o, ere ayọ̀. Ọ̀tàrun, 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 ere o, ere ayọ̀. I hope you have enjoyed my story today. I have certainly enjoyed being with you today as Captain Shine of the story train today. And now it's time to go. I will miss you, but I hope we will get together again soon. Until that time, remember you have the star quality and you can shine like the star that you are. Yes, Auntie Shine says so. Till I come your way next time, keep shining like the star that you are. And remember, the train speaks Yoruba, so I go on my way with my train. Okay, alájàpá ò lè gùn, mo ti gùn, mo ti sọ. Fakafiki, fakafiki, fo, fo. Fakafiki, fakafiki, fo, fo. Fakafiki, fakafiki, fo, fo.